What is going on, guys? We are blessed, not stressed, and worried about the rest. This is Lane from Dawes and Josh coming at you with another video today. We are continuing our Christmas movie saga here, and we are talking about another one of my favorite Christmas movies. We're talking about Disney's The Santa Claus, starring Tim Allen as Santa Claus, Eric Lloyd as Charlie Calvin, Wendy Crewson as Laura Miller, and Judge Reinhold as Neil Miller. And man, this is definitely one of my favorites. I remember watching this for the first time and just, couldn't get enough of it. I love all three of the films. They have three. I think the second one's my favorite, but the first is definitely up there, and the third is obviously my least favorite, but still, pretty good movie. So if you haven't seen this movie, a quick rundown. Santa Claus is about Scott Calvin, who is Santa, and he basically is a toy maker, business guy, works all the time, doesn't really have time for his kid, divorced his wife got remarried, and opens up Christmas Eve, him coming home late, and he's gonna have to spend Christmas Eve with his son Charlie. Him and Charlie quickly get into it as they hear some footsteps on the roof. They go outside to investigate, and Santa Claus falls off the roof, and to that point, Tim Allen, or Scott Calvin, takes on the mantle of Santa Claus. They finish that night of Christmas Eve delivering presents to everybody, and they think they're going home, but they go all the way to the North Pole. That's when Scott Calvin realizes, this might actually be real, and that's when the movie really takes off. The rest of the movie is basically the year leading up to Christmas Eve again for him to be Santa Claus full-time. And at first he doesn't want to accept it. He starts to gain weight, his hair starts to turn, his beard, starts to grow. But then usually around after summer, heading into October and getting into the Christmas season, that's when he really starts to accept it, and realize, this is real, this is what I'm supposed to do. But on the other hand, the mom and the stepfather, Laura Miller and Neil Miller, they think Scott's going crazy and think they're trying to make Charlie crazy too. All of that leads up to them getting his parental rights revoked, and that's, kind of the turning point of the movie. He gets his parents' privileges and rights revoked, and Charlie ends up having to stay with his mom and Neil, but wants to help Santa Claus, so he goes with his dad to the North Pole again, and that's when, all hell breaks loose. They call the police, they have a manhunt for Scott Calvin, who is Santa Claus, and that's kind of the end of the film. End of the film shows him bringing Charlie back, and then kind of Neil and Laura accepting, he is Santa Claus, and they were too harsh, they destroyed the no visitation rights for him, and that kind of ends the film. He takes on the mantle of Santa Claus, becomes who he's supposed to be, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I really enjoy this film. If you haven't seen it, you definitely should go check it out. I give it 9 out of 10. Not 10 out of 10, but 9 out of 10, pretty close. Tim Allen is great, and so does the kid, Eric Lloyd, with Charlie. He killed it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I would play some outro music, but I can't do copyright. But what you can do is that you can go listen to Complicated by Josh and Josh. You can go to joshandjosh.bandcamp.com to listen to the full song. Purchasing options are also available. We do have some music available on Apple Music, Spotify, and YouTube Music. But again, for the full discography and for purchasing options, please visit joshandjosh.bandcamp.com. Again, that's joshandjosh.bandcamp.com. And remember, with every purchase helps us spread and share our music across the world. Thanks, guys. See you next time.